Good morning, ladies. Happy Thursday. All right, my favorite day, as you're probably aware. We're gonna dive in. I've got 5 questions today. First one being, does tea count toward my water intake? 100% it does. I drink tea, at least 2 of these per day. And I count this towards my water. It doesn't have any sugar. It doesn't have any cream or milk. It's basically just flavored water. So I drink 1 nettle tea and I drink 1 dandelion tea. Sometimes if I am thirsty or wanting more hot liquids in the evening, then I will have a peppermint tea or sometimes even chamomile tea. So yes, it does. Coconut water can also count towards your water intake. It is hydrating, especially if you are somebody who has run an HTMA and you are quite low in potassium. And I will go as far as saying that 95% of you, maybe even higher, are deficient in potassium. So coconut water, water with electrolytes, water with minerals, tea, all count towards your water intake. Anything with caffeine, I would say no, because caffeine does have dehydrating properties. Next, do I keep taking the probiotics you recommended even though I have finished my antibiotics? So anybody who takes any antibiotics should be supplementing with a probiotic, specifically Saccharomyces boulardii. The thing with antibiotics is that they are very good at doing what they're supposed to do, which is wiping out bacteria. And so often they can't tell the difference between beneficial bacteria and pathogenic bacteria or infectious bacteria. So it's going to wipe everything out, and that can lead to some gut dysfunction, gut issues. And so Saccharomyces boulardii does a really good job at restoring your gut or keeping it somewhat healthy and intact while you are going through your antibiotic treatment. Now, you are to take the probiotics when you start the antibiotics and then to continue the antibiotics for 2, 3, upwards of 4 weeks after you have finished your antibiotics, like I said, to restore some of those bacteria that may have been wiped out. Okay, next, I've been seeing a lot of women wearing weighted vests while walking. What are your thoughts on this? So I wouldn't go and buy a weighted vest. Like, that's not something that's on my list to purchase, to be honest with you. Are there benefits? Yes, definitely benefits to it. It's extra weight, right? So any extra weight on your body is going to put weight on your joints. So it is likely beneficial for bone density, and just like having a weighted vest on, it just like automatically, if you think about it, you're going to have better posture. You may engage your core, and it's just another element of progressive overload, I guess we could say. So with progressive overload, there is potential for stimulating your muscles, whether that's from an endurance factor or a growth factor. Is it going to help you burn more calories? Yes, probably. Does it make a massive difference in caloric burn? Honestly, I don't know. So if you choose to wear one, I have no issues with you doing that, but it's not something that I would personally spend money on. I would take that money and spend it on quality food instead, to be completely honest. All right. Do you think using an acupuncture mat is helpful? I personally have never used one. I don't know. I've done some research. There's not a ton, like there's a few claims that say benefits pain relief, stress reduction, improved sleep, and increased energy, though more research is needed to confirm these claims. So I really don't know. If anybody has used these mats, I would love to hear if it's been beneficial. It's just like anything else, you guys. Will you continue to do it long term? We need to be consistent with these things, right? We need to be consistent with dry brushing, with castor oil packs, with your red light masks if you're doing that. Again, your acupuncture mat. To me, it's just adding something else to our already like busy lifestyles. And if you're somebody who's already overwhelmed, if you are somebody who's not getting their workouts in, you are struggling with tracking your food, prepping your food, doing the other basics, getting outside for walks, getting your movement in, getting your cardio done, I don't see this as being beneficial. And that's just my 2 cents. All right, last but not least, love this question. What do you think of vitamin infusions? I wouldn't, but it's a huge thing in the Lakeland area. Not a fan. I'm going to lay it out there. There are so many contraindications when it comes to different vitamins and minerals. And I'm just going to talk about vitamin D off the top of my head, because I know that you can get vitamin D infusions. And vitamin D can be quite harmful in large doses if you already have high calcium levels. And in running several HTMA tests, and I know that some of you are going to watch this and be like, yep, that's me. I was taking calcium, I was taking vitamin D, I was taking a multivitamin, and I have had a lot of clients come off of a lot of these supplements because it's only causing more issues. And vitamin D, for example, if you already have high tissue calcification, which is common because of multivitamins, because of vitamin D, blindly supplementing with vitamin D, blindly supplementing with calcium, it will actually elevate tissue calcification. So what ends up happening is that vitamin D will increase tissue calcification. So things like, think of like calcium as a hard mineral, right? Things like your tissues, your organs, you can develop like kidney stones. It's a hard tissue. It's actually going to slow down metabolic rate. It's going to slow down digestion. There's a risk of getting kidney stones, bone pain, other complications. And so taking these infusions when you're not even sure if you need this isn't a very healthy thing to do, and it can actually cause more issues than not. And so that's why I push the HTMA test on every single one of you, just because it's ultimately a roadmap to what you need as a specific individual. Like, I will create a protocol, your personalized multivitamin in a sense, for what you need. We all need different amounts of things and even different vitamins and minerals based on so many factors, from like the start of our birth, whether we were vaginally birthed or C-section babies. Like, that is going to have an impact on what you will need, how you absorb things. It's crazy. So taking all of these supplements, infusions, without knowing what's going on with your body on a deeper level can impact your hormones, your digestion, your mood, your gut health. your health as a whole. So I will leave it at that. If you have any further questions, I welcome them. And that is it for today. Have a good day.